While you and your dog are sitting down for a delightful breakfast, why not use the opportunity to get to know your dog a little bit better, to get him to open up to you and share his true feelings? Well, if you're having trouble doing that, then Tim Link is here to show us how he does it. Tim, come on over. I got my dog Bo here, and hopefully you're going to get a chance to talk with Bo and let us know. He has a past life. We got him from a foster home, and we've been wondering what his past life held for him.
Look into his eyes.
Before he came to our house.
Well, we'll talk a little bit about his past life and then tell you why dogs aren't really concerned about their past lives.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, remember the movie with Dr. Dolittle who could talk to the animals? Well, today we have a man who knows what your dog is thinking. The dog whisperer. Tim Link is here to help us understand our canine companions. Tim, great to have you with us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
I tell you what, it's been so fun having all of these dogs around this morning and up in the green room, and you have been interacting with all the dogs.
Yeah.
This is our dog, Bo. He's been on the show several times. And you've had a chance to do a little bit of a pre-interview.
Yeah, definitely.
So I was going to ask you, what can you tell me about our dog, Bo?
Well, Bo, I mean, very comfortable here, very comfortable in this situation.
Where's he going?
He's done for the day. He's been here quite a while. But I think you're in a good situation with Bo. Now, the question is, when are you going to bring the next one on? And have two of them, because I think a good companion for Bo would be in order.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he likes the attention, likes having the dedicated attention, but always having a second one around, it's always easier for some reason to have two, because then they have playmates, they have ways to interface with each other, one can take care of the other one when there's issues. So having a second one's not a bad idea.
So he might like to have a friend.
May like to have a friend.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, we have a cat at home as well. The cat flirts constantly with the dog, and the dog falls for it. And I keep telling them, it can never work between the two of you. You're from two different worlds.
Right.
What is with the dog and the cat really connecting with each other?
Right. So the cat was there first. Correct?
No, the dog was there first.
The dog was there first. So you brought the cat on later.
Yeah.
So it's really a way of them intermingling together and accepting each other. That's a way of them saying, hey, you're okay in my house. We can share things. We can do things. So the old myth of cats and dogs can't get along is not always the case.
He's back. He
so
just
if you have,
went for a little walk.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have a cat already and you want to introduce a dog, you can do so. There's some ways to do that and make it acceptable, and vice versa. If there's a dog in the house, it doesn't necessarily mean you can't have a cat as well.
Okay. Now, we adopted him from a foster home, and I don't know anything. He was a great dog when he came to us. I think somebody lost a great dog, but sometimes he can be a little bit sheepish, like maybe he was hit or something, because all of a sudden, for no reason, he'll just kind of, if you move quickly around him, he'll have that feeling like he's scared of you.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he was in an abuse situation. I think it was a situation where he was a little bit uncomfortable in an environment. I don't think it was actually a good environment for him. I think the situation you guys have now is probably the best environment for him, maybe bringing him a pal to chum around with.
Okay.
You know, the cool thing about animals is, unlike humans, you know, they understand their past, but they live in the present and they work on whatever their mission and their purpose is. So they're just like us in that manner, but we hold on to our past like it's a badge of honor a lot of times.
Right.
And we like to talk about all the hardships and things we've gone through.
And they let go of it.
They let go of it, they understand it, but they let go of it. They want to live in the present and work on why they're here.
We have another dog that's with us today, Trevor. Let's bring Trevor in and have you...
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Hey! Bo's going, wait, the spotlight.
Well, Bo has been very interested in Trevor all day long.
Okay, what's going on with these two?
Well, it's a good thing, because we've actually been trying to keep the dogs calm backstage, so we've been keeping them separated. And Bo doesn't like it. Bo wants to find out what's going on. He needs to check all of them out. And once he's checked them out, he's okay.
Yeah, he's like, this is my TV studio. What are you doing here?
That's right. Check it out. Make sure you're okay. Everything's good.
So what can you tell about Trevor?
Well, Trevor's a good boy. He, you know, he's got some issues when it comes to, you're going to have to watch the medical issues with the allergies and things of this sort. It's very common, especially for a white-colored dog, to develop those type of things. You got to be careful with that. But he likes his, he does like his environment also. He's had some challenges in the family. We talked about that a little bit earlier with a grandmother passing, and so he's still trying to get over that grieving process as well.
So he had really connected with that family member.
And people have to understand that with our animals, they go through the same process we do. They have to go through that grieving process. They have to go through that understanding of what happened and what's going to happen next. And so we need to treat them just like we would a child or anyone else in the household.
Okay, so when when did you first realize that you sort of could understand how dogs and cats felt and what was going on with them?
Well, I tell you, about 5 years ago. So with my background, to give you an idea, I was a 20-year telecom executive. I was a vice president of a major telecom corporation. And we always loved animals and always did rescue work, but I had no idea that I'd have this deep bond, this deep connection with animals. We went to a workshop and worked with animals directly and worked through issues they were having, and I was helping to solve them. Solve those issues without ever being around the animal in the past. Animals would come up to me. Animals, they said, well, this guy's a little temperamental, or this guy's got some issues. Never had a problem.
So it was just kind of a natural gift that the animals were attracted to you, drawn to you, and you kind of had a sensing and a knowing. Is there such a thing as like a pet psychology?
Well, definitely so. I mean, I think they go through, as I mentioned, a lot of the things that we go through. You know, we treat them like our children sometimes, but that's not a bad thing, because the things that we discuss with our children are the things we should discuss with our animals. So they go through anxiety, separation when we leave. They go through trauma and the tragedies of a family member leaving or passing over. So we have to go through that. So the psychology of an animal, understanding them, but having that heart connection with them and them sharing with me is brilliant.
Are there some things that we can learn to sort of understand our pets better as well? Are there some signs that help you read an animal? Yeah,
one of the key things is you want to see if there's any changes in their behavior. Now that's pretty self-explanatory, but what we mean by that is simple things can throw them off the way they feel mentally, physically, and emotionally. The biggest thing is routines. If there's any change in the routine in the household, yes, exactly, then there's going to be a problem with your animal, and that could be someone that is going off to college. You mentioned that your daughter was going off to college. Well, that needs to be explained to the animal, what's happening. And
explain it to the dog.
Talk to your animal.
The dog can understand.
Talk to the animals.
We're going to sit down with our daughter and the dog and explain, now Quinlan's going to go off to college.
And here's when she's going to be back.
Really?
And here's what you need to do when she's gone.
And the dogs can sort of understand a bit.
They understand that. Yeah, you would be amazed when we talk a lot about it on the website and other shows that I'm on. One of the biggest things they have is the anxiety of when you leave the house during the day. And so you need to explain to them where you're going and when you'll be back and what are they to do while you're gone.
Because sometimes I really do think Bo can understand me.
Definitely understand
When I say certain things, I think, surely he doesn't understand English. But when I say something, I feel like he does get it. He does understand.
That's right. He does understand. He understands what you're saying to him. He understands the energy that you're bringing off. So if you're having a good bad day or a bad day, he'll feel that as well.
So along with the words, they're sensing our emotions and our feelings.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you're coming out with a book. We're not going to jump the gun yet because it's not out on the market yet, but you're coming out with a book that is going to give us some hints as well to understand conversations with our pets. What are some things that we need to know?
Well, I think the key thing is we talked about talking with the pets, and that is critical. Letting them know what's going on. And some people don't feel comfortable sitting down and having a conversation with their pets, so just mentally project that. Mentally picture what you're wanting your pet to do.
Are they that intuitive?
They're that intuitive. They understand.
Because you hear stories about, someone, Marcus ran across a story where this man died and they buried him, and somehow the dog found his gravesite, and having not known at all where it was, they really are sort of that instinctive.
Yeah. And they want you to know. They want you to know what they're feeling and what they're saying and how you can help them out. So that's what we talk about. We work on connecting with the animal, finding out what their needs are, making them understand what you need, and building that best relationship between the two of you. Okay, well, you're going to come back when your book comes out. But what we want to do is we want to ask you, as viewers, to send us your email questions about your pet. And if you can, send us a picture of your pet, because that'll help. We would love to have a picture of your pet and your email question when you come back to promote your book, Wagging Tails. That's very cute. Thank you.
Tales of Dogs and Cats. Then we're going to pitch those questions to you and get some information back for our audience.
That'd be great.
Thanks so much, Tim, for being with us today.
My pleasure.
Appreciate having you with us.